This is Pete Thompson with ptmortgage.com, and welcome to the Video Home Buyer's Guide. We're talking about some of the financial advantages of owning real estate, of owning your own home, and today we're going to talk about a couple of the biggest advantages, and these are appreciation and leverage. Appreciation is when your home increases in value over time. And historically, this has been one of the great reasons to own real estate because typically home prices have gone up in value over time, especially, at least keeping up with the rate of inflation. That's not true right now. If you look at what's happened over the last few years, since the housing bubble burst, home prices have fallen. They've fallen very sharply. If you know anybody who bought a home in 2005 and 2006, their home values are a whole lot less than what they bought at the time. And even if they bought since then, home values have been down. But like everything else, homes go up and down based on supply and demand. If there's a high supply and a low demand, the prices are low. That's what we're seeing right now. But as supply kind of shrinks and demand increases, home prices will go up. One thing that's been happening since this housing bubble burst is that home builders have pretty much stopped building homes entirely. That used to be a big source where there'd be new homes coming on the market, and now we're pretty much the supply that's out there is what it's going to be for some time. As the economy improves, and over time it will, and unemployment is reduced, we're going to get more and more people that are thinking about buying a home, but they're kind of afraid to move into it, that are going to decide that this is the time to buy and they're going to move in. And over time, I think we're going to get back into more of the normal pattern where you've got supply and demand balance out and home prices will start going up again. Especially now because it is such a buyer's market. So let's talk a little bit more about appreciation. This is kind of how it works. For example, if you bought a home for $200,000 and the market appreciates, that is, that the property values increase, and let's say they increase by 3% per year. At the end of 5 years, your home that you started out with for $200,000 will now be worth about $231,000, about $231,800. At the end of 10 years, that same home will be worth $268,785, about almost $269,000. So, in this example, through the wonder of compound interest and just simple appreciation, you've increased your equity by nearly $70,000 while living in your house. And of course, there's no guarantee of what home values will be in the future, but this does illustrate what has happened in many communities in the past. Let's take this one step further, though. Let's add leverage into the mix. And what leverage is you use a lever to have a small force move a much larger object. And when we're talking about this in regards to home ownership, the leverage is the mortgage. So with the mortgage, you're putting down a small down payment in order to control the larger investment. And you can put down as little as 3.5% down with an FHA loan. For this example, let's say we're going to put 5% down. So you take the same $200,000 home that we looked at before. 5% means that you're investing $10,000 as a down payment, and you're borrowing 95% of the purchase price, or $190,000, in the form of a mortgage. And if you do this over a 30-year mortgage at, say, 5% interest, at the end of the 10th year, through equity buildup, which we talked about before, your mortgage will be paid down to about $155,000. Now, if we look at the same example as before, if through appreciation the value has grown to that $268,000, almost $800, and you've now paid it down to $115,000, you've got over $113,000 that you've added to your net worth, to your wealth, just for living in the home. And that's not bad for an investment of only $10,000. So appreciation is the reason that people can start out with a small home. Over time, they build up equity. They can use this as the down payment for their next home, which helps meet the needs of their growing family. And over time, you can take a small home and build it into a dream home. Appreciation is one of the great advantages of owning your own home. But wait, there's more. If in the next installment, we're going to talk about tax advantages, and this is how the government helps you make your mortgage payment. So stay tuned. We'll have more information on this with the video home buyer's guide. And again, my name's Pete Thompson. Stop by ptmortgage.com/blog for more information about mortgages, home buying, and how to get the best deal when you are ready to buy a home. If you have any questions, give us a call. And you can trust us to get the job done right.